Hello there. Hi everyone. How you doing? It's Susan here from For Modern Mothers, and I just wanted to do a little video today all about a couple of book reviews, because when I teach my hypnobirthing and birth preparation courses and classes, and also when I teach my pregnancy yoga, there are so many books about pregnancy and birth and motherhood and parenthood and all those things on the market. I mean, there's bookshelves and bookshelves, and some of them are very old, some of them are very new, and women and couples always ask me, which you could spend your life reading books, and some of them will be excellent, and some of them may be not so great for various reasons. Some of them are very funny, some of them are very serious, and it all depends, obviously, what you are looking for and what information you're looking to get from that book. But here's a couple that I think are really good overviews and that I always recommend in my classes, in my courses, and these are a really good starting point, I think. So the first one, there's two that I'm going to show you. The first one is the Hypnobirthing book, and this is the book that I give to everyone. You get a free copy in my hypnobirthing and birth preparation courses, and this covers all about hypnobirthing and what that is and why it's not total hippie nonsense, and the science behind it, how your body works, the physiology, what the hypnobirthing techniques are, how they work, the breathing, the visualizations, the relaxations. It has the scripts in that you can read, and it just covers everything in a nice, easy to digest book. And this is what I expand upon and work with as a base, but I do cover quite a lot more in my hypnobirthing and birth prep classes. So you can buy these, you can just buy the book, but you get a copy of the book included when you come to my classes as well. In conjunction with this, the hypnobirthing book, Catherine Graves, I also recommend wholeheartedly this book by Millie Hill, The Positive Birth Book. Okay, this is great. Get this in all good bookstores, all the usual online bookstores. It's published by Pinter and Martin. In themselves, Pinter and Martin are an awesome publisher. They publish lots of books, very high quality, all about birth, pregnancy, motherhood, yoga, all the things I love. It's perfect. They're my perfect publisher. They're amazing. This book, full retail price is about £15. You can often get it for about 10 quid on a well-known online retailer if you want to buy it through them. It is amazing. Okay, this covers everything that you would need to know. It's really up to date. It was published, I'm going to say last year, but I'm not sure now if it's last year or the year before, 2017, okay, 2 years ago, but really up to date relatively for a book. And it covers everything you will need to know in pregnancy, in birth, and into that early transition into motherhood. So it's covering things about what's happening in your body, the process of labour, the physiological process of labour, interventions, what ifs, things that might twist and turns. Great on birth plans, great coverage of like a visual birth plan. And if you go onto the Pinter and Martin website, instead of writing reams and reams, physically writing a birth plan, it's also got these little icons, these images. So if you are graphically minded and you're very visual, you can just drag and drop those really quite quickly and create a birth plan that way. You can use it in combination with the written plan too, and that's all for free off the Pinter and Martin site. And it covers lots of important things about working with preferences or birth plans, having another different options. Basically, it's all about a positive birth, as the name suggests, but not a certain type of birth. It's not prescriptive that one type is better than the other. It's that all births can be really positive if you are informed and you can keep confident and calm and know all your options and know how to ask questions and know what your rights are. And there's an important piece in here written by Rebecca Schiller of Birth Rights, the charity for human rights in birth, and how that is important and what your rights are. So you've got this kind of backup, and it's everything that I kind of believe and teach through my hypnobirthing course as well is covered in this book, and it's a great resource. It's also all evidence-based, and that is really important. So all the information and statistics that are quoted in the back, you've got the links to the research and where you can find more information. So from here, you can go into other things that interest you, that you want to know more about, that you're still not sure of, and make sure the information that you get isn't just some random Google nonsense. Sometimes Google is great, sometimes Google is not great, but that it's really high quality, evidence-led research information from top quality sources, so you can find out where to get that. And that's so important. And I always teach that on my courses. Here's where to get the information. There's a number of websites, a number of organisations where you can find that information in an easy to digest and read format for the lay person. You've not got to be a medical or clinical person, but it's important that you know it. And so you can work with your care team, your midwife, if there's any other obstetricians or anyone else you need to work with in your pregnancy or in birth, you can work with them in a really positive way. So you can communicate with them and understand fully what's going on. And then knowledge is power. If you have the knowledge and the understanding of what's happening in your body and the hormones and the comfort measures you might use, putting all that together will make you approach it in a positive way, calmly and confidently, whatever might happen. And this is the important thing. It's not for one type of birth. It's not that we can pin our hopes on a certain type of birth or a certain type is better than the other, but by knowing what we would like to happen and making decisions and for ourselves, we are more likely to have that positive experience, regardless of that be a home birth, a vaginal birth, a cesarean birth, a birth pool birth, a midwife-led unit birth, a hospital birth. All of those situations and any of them can be really positive. And that's what this book is all about. And that's why it is so brilliant. So I would really urge you to get hold of this book. And if you're not coming on my course, then get hold of this book because I think it's great too. But if you come on the courses, then you get this one for free. And then you've got one to buy. But this is great. So yeah, that is my book recommendation. And I often get asked about this, and those are the two I always recommend. There are others too. There are plenty more, so I might come back and do a couple more other books, but these are the two I would definitely start with. Okay, thank you very much for listening. If you want any more info, any comments or whatever, please comment below, get in touch. You can head over to my website, formodernmothers.com, or my Facebook page at For Modern Mothers. And I'm really happy to chat and talk and let you know any more info, and also let me know if you have any book recommendations that you think are really good too, because I'm always keen to read more books. Okay, thank you so much. Take care.